Hi, I'm Tjart with Central Alberta Film Festival, and I'm sitting here today with Micheal B McDonald, and he has brought his film John Wort Hannam is a Poor Man to our festival this weekend, and we're very glad to have you here. Thanks for being here.
I'm very glad to be here. Thank you.
Now tell me about, that's a very interesting name for a film, that this John Wort Hannam is a Poor Man. What's that all about?
John Wort Hannam is a singer-songwriter from Fort Macleod in southern Alberta. He has a song called I Am a Poor Man. And he's a singer-songwriter from Western Canada who spends most of his time touring in Western Canada. So he knows something about what it means to be a Canadian singer-songwriter.
So is this a movie about like art and poverty or something, or?
Not really. It's about art and holding on to a vision of the joy that you get from making art as you travel town to town, over and over and over again as a musician, while you kind of hold on to that joy in the center of it. Yeah, it's about joy.
Nice. Well, that's great. Now, before we were rolling here, we were talking about the whole idea of ethnographic films, which was a new term to me, but very fascinating. Tell us a bit about what ethnographic films are all about.
Right. Well, simply, ethnographic films are films made by anthropologists traditionally. I'm an ethnomusicologist, which is like taking an anthropologist and a musicologist and putting it together. So I'm like an anthropologist of music. So an ethnographic film is a film that seeks to kind of sort out and show to the general public what the culture of making music is. In John Wort Hannam is a Poor Man, I want to show people the culture of being a singer-songwriter in Western Canada. So my only production rule was stop filming 10 seconds after he gets on stage and don't start filming until 10 seconds before he comes off stage again. So the entire film is meant to be the part of a singer-songwriter's life you don't see. The moving gear back and forth all the time, the setting up, the sound checks, the backstage stuff, the little towns, the engaging with the promoters, all of that, and the engaging with the people. And what it becomes is a film about the role a singer-songwriter plays in kind of creating these lines that connect small towns all across Western Canada together. And it's through that process that people begin to see that the culture of being a singer-songwriter is not getting on stage and playing. That's not the end of it. If you're going to be a singer-songwriter in Western Canada, you have to be somebody that's going to be engaged in facilitating community, in making community, and help people, get together and survive and find joy.
Isn't that a part of art? Essentially, is community. I mean, it's an aspect of art that art is best understood, expressed, and experienced in community. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, completely. And through all of evolutionary history, so like the entire history of humanity, we have been getting together and making music together. But there's been a massive change. In the late 19th century, we invented audio recording. So we're 40,000, our species has been making music together for 40,000 years, and for some, it has played some role in helping us become human, the kinds of human we are. We've made a massive technological transformation by audio recording, and we don't know what kind of impact that's going to have on us. So my work as an ethnomusicologist, what I'm interested in doing is figuring out what it means to make music in this, in the contemporary context, and what people find meaningful about it. And that's I was at the Edmonton Folk Festival about 10 years ago, and I was standing behind a guy in line, and he was just talking to his buddy, and he said, I like coming to music festivals because sometime every year I forget that it's actually humans that make music, because his only engagement with music is through technology. So in my work, I want to show people making music over and over and over again, so that people can see that music is actually still made and still enjoyed and still important to humans.
Did you get started as a musician in ethnomusicology or film, or what was the order there?
Yeah, interesting. As an ethnomusicologist, first as a musician, I was a touring musician for a long time before I became an academic. And then I got into film because you know, anybody that's into film, you know what it's like to sit down next to somebody and have them watch a film and fall in love with the person on the screen and like be very committed to that. You never see that when people read an academic paper. Like, I know it may surprise you, but they read the paper and they go, okay, if you can get them to read a paper, they go, yeah, so what? But if you show somebody on screen, people feel close to them, like they feel like they understand them. And as an ethnomusicologist, that's the most important thing for me, is to try to make a film that helps somebody understand another human being and feel closer to them.
That's great. Well, a very fascinating subject, and I would talk on and on, but we won't, not today anyways. Next time. This was Micheal B McDonald with his film John Wort Hannam is a Poor Man at the Central Alberta Film Festival. Thanks for watching.